Welcome, Bob Mclendon. We're glad you're here. You're a founding member.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and we're grateful that you have answered the call to run for vestry. I have two questions for you. The first one is, where do you see God at work at Epiphany?
The first words that come to my mind when you ask me that question is, let me count the ways. I'm going to go back a ways. I've been here for quite a few years, and I'm going to go back to 2001. It was a pretty dark year for Epiphany. We were between rectors. The rector who had not left the church in very good shape, and we were down. We called upon this consultant. He was actually a Lutheran minister, and I'm not even sure how we got onto him, but we did. Maybe we could afford him. So at any rate, he came to help us out, and he was awesome. He taught us during this dark period in the history of our church to look outward. Don't look inward. Don't feel bad. Look outward and find ways that you can help your community, find ways you can help others, find ways you can serve others. And he led us to craft the mission statement, which we still have today. Servants for God, our parish, and our community. Yeah. And since that time, we've been living that out. And lately, we've been living it out mightily. The missions that we have to Honduras, to Uganda, to Cambodia, the internal missions, the missions to work on the camp up at the lake, what the missions the youth group goes on every summer. It's incredible. Those are outward things that we do. But inward, there's just all kinds of programs. While I was waiting to come in for this interview, I was looking around out there at all the things going on. The senior citizen deal at Network.
SeniorNet.
Yeah, SeniorNet that's just come up. And, of course, our whole relationship with Network and the things that the church gives to Network. The community garden. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's an exciting time to be a part of Epiphany.
It is.
God is certainly working here in lots of ways.
It is, and that leads me to the second question. What is your hope for Epiphany for the next 3 years?
Hope. Well, that's a little different word than I was thinking of to answer this question. What I tended to think of when I saw the question and knew you were going to ask me is, what would I like to see happening when this 3-year vestry term is over?
Yeah.
What would I like to see in place? Well, God's put a couple of pretty incredible opportunities in front of us, and I'd like to see an up and running and working preschool for the neighborhood, and I'd like to see something maybe coming out of the ground and some buildings started and a community established for a church in Wiley. And those are both opportunities that are in front of us. They're not easy, but God's a mighty God, and with his help, and if we'll pray for potatoes and grab the hoe, we need to pray and we need to get out there and do the work. Good things can happen. So that's just kind of a vision that comes to my mind when that question comes up.
So the vision you're casting for the next 3 years is pray for potatoes and grab the hoe. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.